Okay. Look, I had hit the record button and it didn't record, but I kept my eyes on the screen, and then I realized, oh, this stuff is not recording. So this is what they'll do. Normally, I'll press the record button, it will record, and there are times when I press it and it wouldn't record. So again, now, you see what I'm saying? My subconscious conditioning that I've done to myself to sometimes make sure that I look at the screen because I know what it is that they do. Particularly, like I said, particularly when they start attacking me in the manner in which they're attacking me, you got to remember exactly what will happen or what might happen, right? So this is some of the things that you got to be aware of because it's important. It's important. And understanding their psychological manipulation. And that's falling into it, They may send you some subliminal message. You may, understand what it is that they're doing, but it doesn't mean that you have to believe it even though you think it, right? And because again, you want to know. You don't want to believe. Okay, you want to know what's going on. All right, that's important. That's another ambulance. Fecal department ambulance. Yeah, they got busted. Yeah, they all got busted. But yeah. So I am going to do a video about this exactly, and how they engage in this. So again, using the Crystal Persuasion Program, using the Power of Association, using silent sound to manipulate us, not just as TIs, but those within the public sphere, using propaganda, the villainization of you, using menticide to condition the minds of particularly black people to engage in negative behaviors and have negative thought patterns or negative thinking patterns, right? And again, like I said, all you gotta do is look at social media. All you gotta do is go look at the evidence, go look at the the amount of people who are being labeled, are being diagnosed with mental illness. Look at the people who are, particularly women, who die most from giving birth to their children, or have birth complications. Go look to see which group of women who give birth are birthing children who have the highest in terms of contracting congenital STDs through childbirth, right, or from being pregnant, right? Go look at those things, right? Go look at on college campuses, right? Which group of young women and men are identifying as bisexual and having bisexual relationships. Look. Right. So just again, I can go on. Go look at which group of children within such group of people who, in terms of education, dropping out of high school, who have the lowest scores on state SAT exam, or even college exam. You see what I'm talking about? I can go on. I can go on. There's a whole, almost every category. Black people, black children are the ones who are the most negatively impacted, besides Native Americans. Let me just say this: Native American, but they're a special, circumstance, as well as black people too. But there isn't a large population of Native Americans as how they used to be. Okay, so that's that. But go look at every category. Okay. Now, surprisingly, right, the most group of men who are actively involved in their children's lives, meaning that they interact with their children on a regular, are black men, right? The most group of men who engage in safe sex, right, are black men, okay? What else? The most group of men who have a high rate of marriage within their population as per capita, I would say, are black men, right? In terms of, I'll tell you what, there are more black men who are married than black women. Okay? So, I should tell you, right? And all women in all groups file the most for divorce. Okay? So like I said, they may try to create a narrative, negative narratives when it comes to us black men. But like I said, I don't go by what the media tells me. I go by what the research says. I go by what the survey says, because that will give you a true indicator of what the reality really is, right? You know, like I was talking to, who was it? Watching the video, Media Man, right? And he talks about certain statistics that the media love to talk about in terms of, which group of people are doing well. Black men are doing extremely, those black men who I said are doing well, they're doing extremely well. Let me put it like this, right? It may not be a majority of black men, but the ones who are doing well are doing extremely well, okay? And this is what they don't talk about, right? 90% of black men who are middle class and above marry black women, right? Can't say the same for black women, all right? So, again, I just want to show you guys how they love to create certain narrative that's not true and give a perception. And this is the liberals now, right? So let's talk about the conservative. The conservative are more about outright disparaging black women, saying that they're the welfare queens, but we know white women are the welfare queens and white men are the welfare kings. Right? Now, when I say white men are the welfare kings, when you look at subsidies, cash that are given to white corporations, which again are corporations, big business, that are owned and operated by who? White men. Right? So the welfare kings and the welfare queens, both white men and white women. Right? But they'll have you believe that black women are the welfare kings. And you believe it because of what they show you in media. You won't do your own research. This is how they're able to manipulate you. So when I see black people arguing about, black people on welfare and this and that, and I tell them, I said, there are 3 or 4 times as many white women on welfare than black women. Okay? There are 2 times more Hispanic women on welfare than black people. All right? So, than black women, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, no. Like I said, I don't believe. I know. And when I say these things, it's not because I believe them to be true. It's because I know them to be true. That's the difference between me and any other person who is conscious enough to understand the reality and the truth, instead of just the majority who just wants to believe and feel good or be told things to make them feel happy while they're ignoring the reality and ignoring the truth, right? I mean, what's the sense if your community is crumbling in front of you, your children are failing, they're losing in school, in life, but no, you don't want to hear that, right? Because that's negative. You just want to think happy thoughts, right? Yeah, see how that's working out. Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.